Welcome to Viking Recreation Center in East Bridgewater, Massachusetts, for the final match in the initial event of the Pro Series 2012-2013 season. This is the Ultimate Ladder format. And in this final match, Myrick, who has worked his way up the ladder, will face the top seed Dave Barber. This is a one-string match. The way this Ultimate Ladder works is that the field of bowlers bowls a three-string qualifying match, and they cut to the top 25 for match play. And the top 25 bowlers are broken up into 5 ladders, and what they do is they work their way up step ladder match play in each ladder, and then the 5 ladder winners bowl another ladder for the championship, hence the Ultimate Ladder title. It's proven to be a popular format among the bowlers and makes for a lot of match play, which is where tournament bowling really gets to be a lot of fun. Myrick starts off with a 9 box. Rich bowls out of Canal Lanes in Southampton, Massachusetts, and he's also a regular on the Western New England Tour, as most of you probably know. He's won quite a few events out there. And there's a spare by Myrick in the second. He converts the 1-7-10, and let's take a look in slow motion. You can see that he uses this wood to the right of the head pin, kicks the head pin off the wall and into the 7, and the wood takes out the 10. So that's a spare in the second box. That brings up Dave Barber, top seed. Dave bowls out of Lucky Strike Lanes in Lynn, Massachusetts. And you may recall that Dave Barber was the winner of the Pro Series playoffs at the end of last season, which was held at Lanes and Games in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Dave had a great day in the playoffs. And that was Dave's first win on the Pro Series, so he's looking to pick up right where he left off in this event, first event of the 2012-2013 season. Dave starts off with a 10 box. Dave is the son of Jim Barber, who, if you have been following candlepin bowling over the years, you know that Jim was one of the top bowlers in the game for many years. He was probably most famous for throwing 4 strikes in a row on the Channel 5 Candlepin Bowling show back about, I don't know how many years ago, but anyway, that was a remarkable feat at the time. Dave Barber with a nice try on that 7-9-10 split, but he's not able to get the 10 pin. And it'll be a 10 box in the second. So Dave Barber with 20 after 2. Myrick has a chance to take the lead here. He's got 19 plus the spare fill on that spare that he had in the second. Just 3. He goes throws a little bit of a pitch out there. I think he kind of dropped the ball a little bit. So he leads by 2. 22-20 after 2 boxes. And that's a nice try by Rich. He tries to come back after the 3 drop to convert the spare. Got everything but the 2 pin. It'll be a 10. Myrick with 32 through the third. Rich is a member of Crazy Train in the World Invitational Team Tournament. That, as you probably know, that tournament is held every November, and it alternates between Bangor, Maine, and Halifax, Nova Scotia. Rich has a piece of wood out there that he's going to have someone go down and take a look at. He's got that 1-7-10, same leave he had in the second box, but this time he doesn't have the same type of wood. And I think he dropped that ball again a little bit Just missed the head pin to the left. He didn't get it as far out on the lane as it normally does. And that's a 9-box. Rich Myrick with 41 through the 4th. Dave Barber is also a regular in the World Invitational Team Tournament. He bowls with Lucky Strike Lanes. They have a team in that event. Dave is also a regular in the Friday Night Pro League, bowling out of one of the 2 teams that bowl out of Lucky Strike. Dave will have a 10 in the 3rd box. He has 30 through the 3rd. So far it's low scoring but close. Rich Myrick with a 2-pin lead. Dave misses the head pin to the right, drops 6 this time, leaving the 1, 2, 4, 8. Fairly decent leave off a miss. And he misses the head pin, leaving the 1 and 8. So he'll be open again in the 4th box. Dave Barber still looking for his first mark in this match. It'll be a 9. So let's take a look at the scores through 4 boxes. Rich Myrick with a 2-pin lead over Dave Barber with 41 to 39. As Rich Myrick comes back up on lane 6 here at Viking Recreation. The qualifying scores today, well, all of the scores were pretty low. In the 3-string qualifying round, the highest score was 392. And that's pretty low for this caliber field. Rich Myrick with an 8 drop, leaving the 2-7, and then he tried to get the ball to go over and get the 7. But once again, he's not able to do it. So that's an 8 in the 5th box. That 392 was by Chris Sacchetti to be the top qualifier. Second high in qualifying was Peter Pereira with a 388. And Rich Myrick for the 3rd straight time on lane 5 leaves that 1-7-10. That's very unusual to leave it even once, let alone 3 times. Nice try by Rich. He uses the wood to the left of the head pin, tries to convert that 1-7-10, but nothing touched the 10 pin. That'll be a 10 box. Rich now has 59 through the 6th as Dave Barber comes back up. Dave has 39 through 4. So he'll have a chance to take the lead going up against another couple of open boxes. Dave misses the head pin on the right, leaves the 1, 2, 7, and 10. Pretty difficult shot, but a makeable one. And Dave just clips the head pin. You see there it stood up in the gutter there against the wall. He's got the 2, 7, and 10 remaining. And he does well to get the 2 and 7, so that's a 9. That cuts Rich Myrick's lead to just 1 through 5, 49 to 48. Dave moves over to lane 5. And that's a strike by Dave Barber. That'll give him the lead. Taking a look at it in slow motion, you can see very high 1-3 pocket hit. It almost leaves that 4, 5, 7, but you can see the pin action breaks that split down, and he ends up with a strike in the 6th. So Dave Barber still trails by 1, but he'll take the lead when he fills that strike. There's a strike by Rich Myrick. That's a great answer. High flush 1-3 pocket hit, And the 4 and the 8 are the last to go. That's a strike in the 7th. And that's one that he needed with Dave Barber having thrown a strike. Just 3 on the first ball by Rich Myrick, but he'll have another ball to fill that strike. And just 2 more. It looks like he might be having a little trouble gripping the ball. It looked like he dropped it again. And he's obviously, Rich Myrick is a little displeased with that. That'll be a 6 box in the 8th, so he's got 80 through 8. As Dave Barber comes up in the 7th to fill the strike that he had in the 6th. He's got 58 with 2 balls to roll to fill that strike. Head pin hit, but a little too solid, and he's left with a big 5 lead. 2, 4, 6, 7, 10. Wow, great shot by Dave Barber. He converts that split. You'll see that he cuts the 2 pin over into the 6-10. Terrific shot right there by Dave Barber. So that gives him a 9 pin lead through the 6th. And in the 7th, he's got 78 with the ball working. He's leading by 4 plus the fill. And that 7 fill gives him an 11 pin lead. And he's got an opportunity to pick up some more pins here against the 6 box by Rich Myrick. So Dave Barber is going to be open, but he'll pick up at least 2. And that's what he'll pick up. Dave Barber leads by 13 through 8 as we take a look at the scoreboard. Dave has 93 through the 8th, Rich Myrick with 80. So Rich is going to need a couple of marks in the last 2 in order to put some pressure on Dave Barber. Back on lane 6. And there is another strike by Rich Myrick. That was almost identical to the one he threw in the 7th. Take a look at this. Again, the 4 and the 8 are the last to go. Almost the same shot that he threw. Very timely strike by Rich Myrick in the 9th. He's going to need another mark, though, because with that 13-pin lead for Dave Barber, 1 mark isn't enough to make that up. So Rich is going to really imperative that he get another mark. And that's a good ball, but he leaves a very difficult shot, the 4, 5, 7. And that wood rolls off into the gutter. So he's got to make the 4, 5, and 7 with no wood. Very, very difficult shot. Probably the best way to make this one is to kick it off the wall. And Rich gets the 4, 7, but not able to get the 5. So it'll be an open box. And a 10 for Rich Myrick. That gives him a 109 total. So Dave Barber does not need a mark in the last 2. He needs 16 pins in the last 2 to tie, 17 to win. Shouldn't be too difficult for a bowler of Dave's caliber, but you never know. Dave drops 7, leaves a 6, 9, 10 triangle. A couple of pieces of wood down there that might possibly... No, he missed the 6 pin. So that's going to be an open box, and Dave wants to get both of these 2 if he can. He just gets the 9 pin. So that's a 9 box. Dave has 102. That means in the last box he needs 8 pins to win this match and the title of the Pro Series Ultimate Ladder champion. Wow, what a great way to do it. Strike in the 10th by Dave Barber, and he will win with that ball. Nice high flush 1-3 pocket, absolutely no doubt about it. So Dave Barber, as he fills that strike, Dave Barber is going to be the champion of the first event of the 2012-2013 season, that being the Ultimate Ladder Tournament here at Viking Recreation in East Bridgewater. The final score is Dave Barber 119, Rich Myrick 109.